I mean, that'd be the worst. It's like you're in the middle of the game, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, your controller's dead. Congratulations.
I was watching the HDR set a second ago where the Switch overheated and they had to stop playing.
It overheated?
There was a little message that popped up. It says the console is overheating and will now be shutting down. And they had to stop playing. HDR is too hot. It was very funny to watch. It was very funny to watch.
So.
All right, here we go. Spectre's trying to find his tag. There it is. Hovering over the Steve. He's joking. He's fooling you. Excuse me. Jeez Louise.
You never know. One day could be the day everybody starts picking up Steve and starts proving that he's as overpowered as everyone says he is.
Right. I mean, other Ness mains have done it, but today is not the day for Spectre. Game 1 against AnthonyIsntCool. A very respectable player. Spectre out here to try and make a difference. Anthony has had a couple of losses to Ness mains. Immediately, Spectre's going to mix it up in neutral, find himself with a Cloud off stage.
Yeah, because the scary thing about Cloud fighting in Ness is all Ness needs is those two fairs to connect at the edge of the stage, and you're in a horrible spot as Cloud because you're just so far away from the stage at that point.
Yeah, and that's why in earlier Ultimate, this matchup was seen as a lot better or as a lot worse than people think it is now, because Ness has so many great tools to get you off stage, and as Cloud, that can sometimes be so difficult to deal with. But Anthony finding himself a back air to take that stock. Nice little raw back air to get a little extra damage. Forward throw. This could be big for Spectre. PK Flash coming out, but AnthonyIsntCool has that timing down. The drag down's not going to connect.
Yeah, and that's going to be key in this matchup, just making sure you're able to know the absolute limits of your recovery, because when you have moves that can just linger like that, it's got to be frustrating to recover as Cloud.
Yeah, it can definitely be very very tough. Ness has a lot of tools to consistently pressure Cloud off stage, but right now Anthony putting Ness off stage. The side B is not going to connect. No punish coming through from Spectre. Didn't quite have the time. Back air's coming through, but not connecting. Falling out of the up air is Anthony. That's so unfortunate for Spectre, who is able to find the back throw, which will take the stock. Good stuff for him.
I swear, half the time it's like you see that little dot at the edge of the screen, and all of a sudden it just starts sliding along the side, and it's like, is it actually going to kill or is it not?
Right, it goes a little further than you would expect every time Ness gets that back throw, man.
Yep.
There we go, 105 on Spectre. Anthony's just looking for that kill. Nice little mix-up into F-tilt. That empty hop on the back air will fool Spectre this time. And there we go. Is he able to make it back here? That's the thing.
Nope.
No, he is not. Anthony finds the spike. And that's one of those things as Ness. You have so many options to mix up that timing with your PK Thunder. Where now that Anthony has that read on the early one, Spectre should be going later next time, and he will be able to recover more effectively with that timing mix up. Not able to find the second forward air to drag Anthony further. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean.
Ooh. Anthony trying to go for some scary stuff on him, but Spectre avoids all the big swings. There we go, back on stage. Good little parry for Anthony, but Spectre immediately pushes himself out of disadvantage. Nice little connection, but Anthony breaks his way out.
Yeah, Anthony is just spacing this really well, except for that right there. That was not well spaced.
Yeah. Tried to let that limit side B rip off stage, and that can be very good against that Ness recovery, but you got to space it better than that. Ness could definitely have a hard time getting back from ledge in this matchup, as Anthony has shown so far, but Spectre trying to find an opening, misses with the grab, and here we go, off stage. What can Anthony do here? Spectre's going to delay a little bit, and there we go. There's that timing mix-up I was talking about. Oh.
Just going to get that raw back here.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Ness is that sometimes with your with the timing on your PK Thunder, or you're trying to drift in and out, you can get caught with a move and die way earlier at the ledge than you normally would because you're trying to angle something or like space something precisely, and all of a sudden you're DIing right into the blast zone.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been a frustrating thing about platform fighters, just dealing with the DI when you have moves that you have to aim, because, like, I'm trying to think of what other character would be a good example. Maybe Belmont with the whip if you're trying to do a backwards whip or something like that, or a turnaround boomerang. Or even Samus with some of the ways she's able to B-flip those moves.
Yeah, it definitely requires some precision. Spectre trying to show us a little bit of that. Nice drag down into a grab. Just going to go for stage position, and I love that PK Flash to try and catch up B. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was really close to hitting him.
Yeah.
Honestly, it feels like it's smaller than it looks.
Yeah, you think so? That makes sense. Yeah, and the thing about that PK Flash is that if it connects close to you, Ness actually has moves that can combo into it at certain percentages. I'm not sure if Spectre has those on lock, but the finishing touch is going to miss. That's big for Spectre. Anthony way off stage. Going to go for the ledge guard. The drag down F tilt, good for Spectre. Here we go. The PK Thunder is going to be big, and he gets himself out of harm's way. That back air is huge.
Yeah, Spectre doing a much better job of getting Anthony off stage this stock here than compared to last game, but the challenge is just making sure that stock actually reaches the blast zone.
All right, and there we go. Off stage again. The timing mix up. Anthony's not even going to go for it. He recognizes that Spectre is mixing up that timing now. Just doesn't want to let that down air out and let Spectre back on stage for free.
Yep.
And here Spectre just slowly trying to methodically work his way around this Cloud Sword, find the space that he knows is safe, and he's found it, but up smash not going to come out, but there you go. A little drag down. Spectre playing incredible neutral right there. Finds himself a drag down and a nice little kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's key, just that little neutral there, recognizing the threat range that Anthony has, whether he's on the ground or if he's on a platform, and just standing just outside of where Anthony can reach.
Yeah.
That's really key if you want to get to those higher levels in neutral.
For sure. Anthony's doing a really good job there, not biting on any of Ness's wacky off-stage shenanigans. The PK flash, not taking that hit, and then air dodging back. Anthony playing very patient. It was very good stuff from him, but now that neutral is resetting, Spectre's played very good at neutral so far. Anthony finds himself a hit, not able to make the most out of limit. Spectre's found a nice string of hits here, man.
Yeah, and using that PK flash to force out the air dodge as well to keep this advantage state going. Spectre's been doing a really good job of just adapting.
Ooh. Spectre letting that PK Thunder rip, gonna spot dodge the side B. I love that to avoid any sort of follow-up. And Spectre still with a bit of a lead here, but limit is out. But Anthony's off stage. He's gonna miss with the limit projectile. Get up attack does him well to get back on stage, but Spectre in disadvantage now. Gonna eat that dash attack. From a lead to a disadvantage is Spectre. That dash attack is gonna connect and take that stock. This game has slipped away from him.
Yep, but the back air, not enough to get it though.
Trying to put himself back into this game, find a foothold in this set. That Nair not quite going to do it. That could have been back throw, I do believe, but it is what it is. Have Cloud off stage. Another Nair, just slap him around, get this damage up. Just about any of Ness's projectiles are killing at this point.
There we go.
Aerials, that is. Regardless, Spectre finds the stock. We got an even game here in game two. Spectre gets a grab. This is what he needs. That could be off stage. The jab connects. Another forward air. There's two. Goes for the third. That would have been nice.
Yeah, still gets the 42% and decent little chunk of damage that is. So it's just a matter of finding that again and being able to capitalize on that.
For sure. The PSI magnet out of disadvantage. Anthony's not going to fall for anything like that. Catches the forward air and the F-tilt off stage. Spectre, great little drift out to avoid the side B, but doesn't matter. Avoids the down air. Good stuff from him. There you go. He rolls through that side B. That's exactly what he needed. Has Anthony at the ledge. The back air is going to connect on the platform. Spectre misses his pressure. That's all right, though. He's still in neutral, which he's done so well in. Anthony's off stage. Side B's going to miss. So does the up B, though. Spectre has the ledge trap. The Nair connects. Anthony's off stage. What does he have? The up smash doesn't do it. There you go, Spectre. Come on now, takes that stock with efficiency at the end there. Spectre 1-1 against Anthony.
Man, these adaptations that Spectre's been mixing into his neutral have been paying off dividends, because that's the third time we've seen him that game alone, where you see Anthony running forward and Spectre's like, he's coming for the grab, I'm just going to back up. Anthony whiffs the grab, Spectre comes back in, gets the punish, and it's been paying off dividends here.
Spectre's neutral is looking amazing right now. He is just being very precise with his movement, and his punish game looking solid. He's had a couple things that he probably could have optimized a little bit more, but hey, you win the game. What does it matter how optimal your punish game is? You took that win. And here you go, Spectre, with a gasp of air in that last game, is going to connect with some forward air, try to get Anthony off stage again.
Yeah, this is going to be a much more difficult stage to be able to space in on Cloud, because these platforms are much lower and awkwardly spaced for Ness, so you can't really get those fares coming in on Cloud as easily. Right,
and I do imagine Spectre probably also feels a little comfortable here. Ness can have some extensions off those platforms. Down air and a finishing touch, not going to connect. That would have been crucial for Anthony, finding himself a bit of momentum on the back foot here. But Spectre off stage, finds himself back on. Nice little PK Thunder to mix up. Spectre's movement is looking crisp, but Anthony says up smash.
Yeah, that golf swing is just so devastating for floaty characters.
I know, man. Because you float in just right in the sweet spot for so long, and you just let it rip and it'll connect. Yeah, forward air into side B, going to add some damage, and a back air forward tilt to top it off. Anthony's looking good right now. Spectre's got to make it back, does so with the air dodge.
Yeah, Anthony clearly not happy about how that last game went. Definitely punishing Spectre a lot more efficiently on the down energy.
Anthony's playing hot now, man. Spectre found himself a nice little game, but it's been a little tough, a little harder here. Far from out of this game, Spectre can definitely find himself a sequence of advantage to find himself something here, but there you go. The shield's so low, you got to let it go, and you get hit by the move. 123% now on Anthony, who is just running up with the lead here.
Yeah, this is a lot different from the last game where Anthony was playing patient and just trying to find the openings. Anthony's completely changed the tempo and momentum and decided to just pour on the gas here.
Yeah, and again, overextending on the PK Thunder a little bit, trying to end the game right away. Yep. Got a little too much dip on his chip with that one. Spectre able to make it back. Take that stock. Not going to get 3-stocked here. Another hit maybe to avoid the JV would be nice for him.
Yep.
There's the dash attack. Just lets it rip. Spectre trying to make it back, but no dice. After taking a game, looking pretty good. Anthony takes the second one, and we do have a best of 5, though. That's got to feel great if you're Spectre, just because losing in that fashion would have been so disappointing after winning a game.
Yeah, though, at the same time, it's like, in a best of 5, the third game to me is the most critical game of the entire set.
Very critical for momentum, for sure.
Yeah, and also from a stage counter pick point, because now even if Spectre's able to win this game, he's got to deal with the counter pick from Anthony in game 5, so it's definitely an uphill battle from here.
All right, here we go. On Spectre's pick, same matchup. As expected, just running it back to PS2. Probably the stage Spectre feels most comfortable on. We're going to open it up. Anthony immediately is just going to let a fair side be ripped. Spectre's got to adjust now, man, because after losing a game like that and then immediately getting hit into this next game, it's got to feel rough, and you just got to find that time to adjust, get your footing, and get a bit of damage off.
Yeah, it feels like Spectre hasn't been ready for this tempo change. Oh, not able to get the extension, but still able to get him back down on the ground.
All right, that's what Spectre needed. A little bit of damage. Finds himself a bit of comfort. The PK Fire in the corner is so lethal. The PK Thunder is a little scary, but not scary enough.
That would have been dirty if Anthony got off that finishing touch, but fortunately Spectre's back air canceled it out before it could hit.
Ooh, the dash attack to 2 frames, such a strong option. Gonna take that stock, but Spectre already doing more damage to Anthony than he did in the last game. Just on his first stock. Far from over is this one. No drag down, but he gets the grab out of it. Ooh. Back throw, not quite gonna kill.
Yeah, trying to go for the DI mix up there with that.
That can work, man. That's not something to scoff at. Anthony at 145. Back throw probably killing from just about anywhere now. A whole lot of Ness's aerials are killing. But Anthony not going to let anything connect off stage, and the reverse up B, a tale as old as time, takes that stock off Spectre.
Yeah, and this is once again starting to look rough. I mean, Anthony has just been pouring on the pressure here and not letting Spectre breathe at all.
Yeah, there you go. Spectre finds himself a breath of fresh air, right as you say it, with the up smash, but down by quite a bit. He's gonna need to find himself a bit of advantage, maybe a Gimp, some long Ness combo, if he wants some sort of chance here. Anthony very precisely spacing that up tilt, by the way. That's it.
There we go. Finally gets the dunk, but doesn't send downward, so Spectre gonna live here, and this is a huge opening for Spectre.
Yeah, I thought that was spiking for sure, but Spectre finds his way back to stage, and there we go. He finds himself back in neutral. This is where he's done pretty well. This is where he's been able to find his openings, but that dash attack is gonna close the door. Good little set there from Spectre, putting up a decent show, but Anthony in the end just running away with it.
Yeah, it really felt like it came down to that tempo change compared to the beginning of the set, because it felt like Anthony was playing a little bit more